morning, everyone. Welcome to the last episode of First Pitch, unfortunately. As always, I'm your host, Braxton Wheeler. Joined with me is head coach Ryan Brittle and my co-host, Brandon Roberts. The season definitely didn't finish how we wanted it to, but like we said, we're going to come here and wrap it up and just close out the season with a bunch of different thoughts. And so I guess let's just talk about this weekend, and let's finish with that and get that out of the way. We played at Virginia Wesleyan as the 5 seed, and safe to say we didn't play like we wanted to, but Coach, whatever you want to say about it.
Certainly the results weren't what we wanted. I thought we played okay baseball. Drew Callahan pitched a nice game on Friday. We had some opportunities early on to put a few runs on the board, and we didn't, and that was the difference in the game, I thought. Saturday was similar story. Joey didn't have his typical outing that he normally has, but pitched okay for a few innings and then got in a little trouble in the 4th, I believe. Brought Corey Peel in, and Corey gave up a ground ball down the first baseline with the bases loaded that ended up being the difference in the game. But we hung in there and put ourselves in a spot at the end of the game. We had the winning run at the plate at the end of the game, and some momentum going. We just couldn't get – all weekend we really couldn't get a clutch hit from somebody to score some runs, and they did, and that was the difference in the 2 ball games. Well competed, 2 good clubs, and certainly a bitter disappointing end to a season. Congratulations to our seniors, Braxton and B-Rob, both are seniors, and we'll move on. Nate Anthony, Jake Martin, Joey Pride, and who am I missing? Noah Collins. Good years for those guys, and I don't know if you guys know it. You probably heard through the grapevine, but congratulations to Tim Ortega, first team all-conference. Congrats to Josh Greenway, Kyle Anstis, Nate Anthony, Noah Collins, and Drew Callahan as well, making either 2nd or 3rd team all-conference. We actually had the most all-conference selections out of the entire league, more all-conference selections than any other team in our league. So kudos to those guys and kudos to their teammates. You can't do it without your teammates for sure. And it certainly seemed like after the game, guys, you tell me if I'm wrong, but our team's pretty tight-knit. Everybody was pretty crushed after the game on Saturday, and a lot of tears, a lot of emotion, which is always not good to see as a coach, but good to know that our team was in the right place as far as our team chemistry and the way we felt about each other. And I want to thank you guys for all that you've done for our program. It's certainly moved it along and set the stage for a few years to come with these young guys that we have.
I appreciate it. And one thing I like to say here is I was thinking kind of about my 4 years here, and we've had a lot of talent come and go through this in my 4 years on this team. And when you lose in the moment. We were at Virginia Wesleyan, it's hard, it's heartbreaking, it's crushing, and it's like, why does this happen? How did this happen? And stuff. But, I remember saying at the beginning of the year, like at a speech before we went to go say at CNU, I said, look, I don't know how many games we're going to win. I don't know where we're going to finish in conference. I don't know anything about that. But I know that throughout the season we worked hard enough to put ourselves in a position to win as many games as possible. And, me and Brandon, we were on that freshman year team that we didn't play that much freshman year. We won that conference. But we saw those guys, and, that team was talented. But I fully believe the team that I was on this year, we worked harder. And, I'm nothing against those guys. But I'm not satisfied with the results, but I'm content knowing that we, as a team, did everything that we could to win as many games as possible. And, in these conference tournaments, it's just simple as you have a bad game, you're down 1-0 in the series. You blink, you're in the 7th inning, and next thing you know, you got 2 innings to survive. And, that's kind of what happened to us. And, we still finished with a winning record. And technically by our record, we were top 3 in the conference in the standings. Just came down to those tiebreakers. And, look, we had a really good year. There's not a lot of teams, barely if any, in the whole school this year that could say they did a good job the first year in the ODAC, and we really did. And if one thing we can leave with, I guess we set a foundation as a team of success, making the tournament, and just having a positive record and whatnot. It's been amazing to watch, and there's so much I could say about our team and the program and the coaches and Coach Kent, Coach Brittle, Coach Alston, and they all mean something individually to the program, and it's just been Coach Fouts as well, yeah, Coach Fouts, and I'm honestly, I wish I could get emotional, but I just can't because I've been so emotional the last few days that it's just insane. And but anyway, B-Rob, you got anything to say? Any questions? I don't really have any notes. We're just gonna.
No, it was just a great year, honestly. And I just one question to you, Coach. What was your most memorable moment out of the entire season?
Really, the after the game on Saturday was not before we gathered as a team, and just to know as a coach that your players, we were all in. We were all in. The whole time we were all in. We might not have played good the whole year. We played good most of the year. We played more good than we did bad. We didn't win as many games as any of us expected to win. But to know that we were all in, the disappointment on the faces of all the players that were in our dugout after the game ended on Saturday was, not that I wanted to see it, but it was fulfilling for me because I know that we've done a good job. I know that you guys worked hard enough to be all in, and just being really proud of where our guys were as individuals and as young men, and know that they wanted to win, and we never gave up. I just knew we were going to win that game at the end. I knew somebody was going to get a hit, and it just didn't happen for me. But that's I had I got to say this: Brax's dad come up to me and shook my head and said thank you, and said I appreciate what you did for Brax. I wouldn't have wanted him anywhere else. And that, you guys have no idea how much a comment like that means to me and my family. That's what I coach for. It's not for the wins and losses, but for the development of young men and trying to help you guys move on in your lives. So that meant a lot to me, and I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it, Coach. We had a lot of guys showing emotion after the games were over. You see guys like Gray Sherfy. You wouldn't think you'd see a lot of tears coming out of his eyes. And Greenway, of course, with his injury, hopefully he gets better and recovers soon. But we see guys everywhere. Matt Yarborough had some tears in his eyes and stuff. And it's just like you see, it really shows, man, that how much all these guys care. Sam, so many different comments and stuff. Everyone came up and said something to me. And it's just, if you're a freshman, it's the first time you realize, hey, 1 year's down, and you blink, you're going to be the 4 years are over. Yeah. So if I have to say anything to the parents, to the kids, to the players, it's just, man, don't blink, because I truly thought that the day would never come in a weird way, but it does, and
enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah.
And guys, as you move on in your lives and you find a nice young lady to settle down with and have kids, you blink, and your kids are grown. And you're at a point in your life you never thought you'd be at too. It goes by just as fast out in the real world as it does in college, and so enjoy every second of it. Enjoy the ups and the downs, the good times and the bad, the time when you're mad and the time that you're happy. Enjoy all those moments and don't take them for granted. And I want to personally thank, first of all, my Heavenly Father and my Savior Jesus Christ for giving me the opportunity to be in this moment at this time, my wife and my family, and I'll get emotional now because they're such a huge support to me. I want to thank our administration, Coach Naff, Gail Holly, Gary Holden, Dr. Johns, and definitely want to thank my team and my assistant coaches, Luke Kent, Coach Alston, and Coach Fouts, who's not with us but had a big role to play in this. And I want to thank you guys for doing this show and putting up with me for 4 years. And I've truly enjoyed it. I wouldn't want it to be any other way. I would have gone down on that ship with you guys any day of the week. And I've enjoyed every second of this year, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
These guys are the ones that put the hard work, the time, and the blood, sweat, and tears in. We just try to tell them what to do, and we're not always right, but they always do it. They always did it, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, and Coach probably was going to ask this here in a second, but anyway, what's the last thing here? Since we're both seniors here, we both have to come back for one semester of school, so every team's not necessarily done with this yet. But what's plans for the summer for you? Or just career path? And then I'll say myself here.
For the summer, I'm going home. Doing my typical work life. Make some money, try to save up some money for upcoming plans. But I would like to stay in this type of field. Do something in the communications field. I did minor in it, so I would like to find a way to get maybe into a radio station somehow, or my name out there on a television broadcast somewhere. That's something I would see myself doing in the future. But you gotta get your foot in the door first and see what happens from there.
Knock on doors and shake
Yep.
hands.
Yeah. What about you, Braxton?
Well, yeah, I'm a media communications major, so of course I like to do this type of stuff. Me and Tim Ortega are living together this summer in Greenville, Tennessee. It's about an hour and a half outside of Knoxville for a Cincinnati Reds organization team, a minor league team called the Greenville Reds. We have different internships. His is like stadium operations. Mine is like, you go to a minor league game, you see the guy on top of the dugout with the microphone and does all the entertainment stuff and just announces different type of aspects of the game. It's not like a commentating position, but it's just more of an entertainment thing. And
Marketing and promotions.
Yeah, kind of. And I have to set up the national anthems for each game, the first pitches for each game, and a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to be busy this summer, and then I guess we'll see how much I like that and see exactly where I go after graduation. But like Coach said, who really has their life? You can't plan the next couple of years just yet. You got to go day by day and just take the opportunities that you get. So, what about you? What's the summer look like for head coach here?
Recruiting and relaxing with my family. Probably going to do a good bit of fishing with Ryland. Go watch some dance recitals for Cooper and play around with Dylan and Tegan. They both love Tegan. We celebrated her first birthday yesterday, and for those of you who we haven't really updated, Tegan is my youngest daughter. She was a foster child, and we're getting ready to adopt her. The papers are in, and it's just a matter of a process of going through the courts and getting that approved. But it's going to happen, and it's going to be the next few weeks, and so we're super pumped about that. We've had her for a year, and she had her first birthday yesterday. She got a water table, which is a little table that holds water, and she can play around in it. So I'm sure we'll be doing that a lot this summer, and look forward to it.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say a couple things here. Thanks to everyone here. Thanks to Gary. Thanks to just everybody, our whole team. Thanks for my parents for giving me the opportunity to come here and help financially me to come to this school and do all this. And just one more thing, hey, look, man, this goes, anybody that's watching player-wise, somebody that's getting recruited, this goes fast, so take it all in. If I can explain it, you think 4 years is a long time. I think it's like 5 minutes, but it's like 5 minutes underwater. You ever think of that? That's the way I look at it, the 4 years here. So that's all I have.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, certainly. Thanks for watching. Hey, Rob, got anything, man?
Just thank y'all for everything. I mean, it's nice to be able to do something like this. It'll jumpstart our futures. It'll be able to let us in on what's going to happen in the real world. So just thank you for everything, and I look forward to continue doing this in the future.
We'll see you guys again next year with 2 different people, or maybe 1 different person sitting at these chairs.
A couple young guys are kind of looking forward to doing it. You can tell they're a little nervous, but they'll
step in. They'll get used to it.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, guys, and
have a great summer.
have a great summer.